Hello everyone. In this video I'll be talking about the database involved in system design of Netflix. So Netflix uses MySQL RDBMS database and Cassandra NoSQL database. So Netflix uses easy to deploy MySQL database, and let us try to understand this a bit. Now it follows a master setup and follows the synchronous replication protocol. What it means is there is a master MySQL database and a replica of that where all the writes are performed. So if we make a write request, the request goes to the master node and a replica is stored on another master node, and until both the writes are completed we do not get back an acknowledgement response. So that is synchronous replication. For all the read requests, the requests are going to the read replicas, and they are spread both locally and cross data center across different regions. So that increases high availability and scalability. Now, what happens if a node MySQL server, when a master node fails? In that case, the Netflix uses Route 53 DNS configuration so that the replica master node becomes the primary node automatically. So next, all the subsequent write requests will go to the initially non-primary node, and which now have automatically upgraded itself to a primary node because the originally primary node failed. So that's how Route 53 DNS configuration increases the availability of the system. Netflix uses MySQL to store structured data like billing data, user data, transaction data, which follows ACID database compliance. Now let us try and understand the Cassandra NoSQL database and why it is used. So Netflix has to store the viewing history of users in order to give them a custom experience. Now this viewing history over a period of time per user increased a lot, so it became difficult for it to manage in a traditional way. So since the amount of data became large and there were heavy writes and reads, Netflix started using Cassandra for storing viewing history data, and this data became huge. So the main priority for Netflix was to have a smaller storage footprint and have a consistent read write performance. So these are the two main aim why Netflix started thinking of storing viewing history in a more performance optimum way. Another reason is the write to read ratio of viewing history rose to 9:1. So there were more number of writes for a user's viewing history than its read. And the data actually rose to a very high volume, like all the way till 300 terabytes of daily backup, and each cluster storing 250,000 writes per second. So in order to do that, Netflix came up with a strategy of storing the data into two parts: live viewing history and compressed viewing history. In live viewing history, it stores small chunks of data which are recent and frequently updated. So only a small chunk of data is stored as live viewing history, and it is uncompressed. Once that time window is passed, the same data is moved to a compressed viewing history storage, which stores large old historic data, and it is compressed, so that saves Netflix a lot of space and cost. So this diagram summarizes how database is taken care of in while designing Netflix, and this should be useful for a system design interview. Thank you.